KrimZen here, bringing you episode 2 of Pokemon Ruby. And just as we're about to start this episode, you wouldn't believe it, a Wurmple jumps out and decides to attack me. So, yes, welcome back to Route 101, where we'll encounter Wurmple, Zigzagoon, and Poochyena. So pretty much, I'm just going to start this off by 2-hit KOing a Wurmple with Tackle and almost growing to level 6. And continuing north, heading my way to Oldale Town. And the first thing I'm going to do is talk to this chick here who works at the Pokemart. And what she does is take me to the Pokemart and gives me a sample of some of the items that you can buy there. And that promotional item is a potion, just what I need, and I'm going to need it. So she just goes through and says that potions are more convenient than Pokesensors at times. So after that, I head right on to Route 103, and I'm just heading towards our rival when, again, I'm going to get jumped by a Zigzagoon, level 4. So out again comes Mudkip, and I'm just going to tackle it, and this thing just outspeeds me. So here we go with the Tackling Frenzy and the Growl Frenzy. Oh my god, I hate Growl, especially at the start of the game. Okay, so Tackle's doing nothing at the moment. And oh my god, I missed! That's not good. And speaking of bad luck, this thing crits on me! Wow! I am not dying, not this early part of the game. So thank god I've got potions, I'm gonna need them. So Zigzagoon goes again for the tackle. It's doing 3 damage, which is kind of deadly. And it's going for the Growl again, so I know I'm not going to take it out this turn. Come on, go down. Again, a tackle, and it finally goes down after almost bringing my death. And Skipper grows to level 6 and learns Mud Slap, which is going to be handy. So, yeah, just continuing on, I'm going to speak to Brendan, who is out catching wild Pokemon as well, and he just goes on how he's out catching Pokemon and challenges us to a battle. So Poketrainer Brendan challenges us, and if you're playing as a male trainer, it'll be Poketrainer May. So for me, he's setting out a Trico. If he went for a Torchic, he'll have a Mudkip, and if he went for a Trico, he'll have a Torchic. So he's just pounding me, and I'm just tackling him to death. It's really not that much of a hard battle. Just keep doing a Tackle Frenzy, and you'll knock them out eventually. Just make sure they don't crit on you. That's probably the last thing you want. In one of my last recordings, he actually knocked me out with a crit, which was pretty sad. So yeah, when you win $300, which isn't too shabby. And then he goes on and says, I know why my dad's got an eye on you. And he then says how we can prevent any Pokemon, and then runs back to the lab. So we now have to follow him back to the lab. So backtrack to Oldale Town and keep heading south. And before I do that, I'm actually heading off to the Pokemon Center to heal my Mudkip, just in case I get jumped any further. So yeah, and do keep in mind to heal at the Pokemon Center every now and again. The last thing you want is to be out in the wild with Pokemon on low health and having those unlucky crits being scored. So now we talk to Brendan. He says I'm going to head back to the lab. We follow. So continue heading south, jumping ledges to dodge wild Pokemon. And we have returned to Little Root Town. So now we're just going back to see Professor Birch, see what he has to say, and he goes, oh hi KrimZen, and he then goes on and says how we've beaten Brendan on our first try, and he's so proud of us that he gives us a Pokédex. Woohoo! And then he goes on and explains that the Pokédex is just pretty much automatically records any Pokemon that we have caught. And then after that, Brendan gives us 5 Pokeballs to help us with our Pokédex adventure. And then he says how if he meets any cool Pokemon, he'll catch them with Pokeballs. So after all that, leave Professor Birch's lab and continue heading north. And oh, what do you know? Our mum is going to be a pain in the behind and talk to us. So yeah, she just says that we've got an adorable Pokemon, that we're definitely our father's daughter, and gives us an important item, the running shoes. Oh boy, these are so handy. So pretty much she just explained there, if you hold the B button, you can now run and put a zip in your step. So after that little heartfelt speech, continue heading north back to Route 101, and I'm just going to show you how to catch a Pokemon. So I'm eyeing off a Zigzagoon, and what do you know? The Pokemon that I was thinking about catching, Poochyena, has just appeared, and I feel kind of bad. I really want to catch a Poochyena, but I'm not going to. It won't be much use to me on this adventure. So here we go. Hopefully it's a Zigzagoon. No, it's another Poochyena. I think this game's trying to tell me I need to catch one, but I'm not going to. I resist the urge. Resist the urge. Alright. Who have we got this time? It's a Whirlpool! Oh my god. Let this not go for 15 minutes. Running away. Come on, how hard is it to find a Zigzagoon? I nearly got killed by one. Oh, it's another Whirlpool. Go away. Run. Okay, we have to find one sooner or later. Please let this one be a Zigzagoon. Yay, it's a Zigzagoon. Go Mudkip. Right, so to prevent me from accidentally killing the Zigzagoon, I'm going to use Mud Slap, and the advantage to Mud Slap is it'll lower its accuracy, so I shouldn't be too worried about him trying to knock out my Mudkip. At the same time, I'm not going to kill it, unless I score an unlucky crit, but knowing my luck, that's not going to happen. Okay, so I've got it down to the red, and this thing is just trying to tackle me, but it fails. Ha 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 ha. So, when you're ready to catch a Pokemon, head over to your bag, and scroll over to the Pokeball category, select your Pokeball, and throw it at it, and it'll wriggle for a bit, and if it stops like that, you've caught it. So, I've just caught myself a Zigzagoon. I'm actually not going to use this Pokemon in battle. I'm only going to use it as a HM slave. And the only reason why I'm doing a HM slave is because I hate teaching my team members useless moves like Cut, Strength, and Rock Smash. So yes, as you just saw then, I just nicknamed my Zigzagoon Slave, because that's pretty much all it is. So I just quickly healed my Pokemon, and I'm now heading to the Pokemart to just stock up on a couple of items. And I kind of suggest doing this because it just saves you doing it later on. So I'm just going to stock up on 5 antidotes, 5 paralyzed heals, and 5 awakenings. And the only reason why I'm buying 5 of each is because I have shocking luck with hacks. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter what I'm up against, I will always get haxed. And as you saw then, I bought an extra potion just in case. Will I need it? Who knows? Only time will tell. So pretty much I'm going to end this episode here. So in the next episode, we'll be heading on to Route 102, where we'll meet up with our first couple of trainers, and head further on to Petalburg City, where we'll meet up with our dad and our other rival. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!